I used to get asked the question a lot, why do you go to games in the late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s? Because we didn't win a lot of games. And I said, my answer to that was, it's so good when you win. The chance to go down and watch great student athletes trying to go out and compete on the football field, and that applies to whatever sport. But in the case of football, game day is great just because we got great student athletes that are out there trying to represent the university and trying to win a football game. I was like 5 or 6 years old, so it was a little hard to remember who we were playing. But the checkerboard end zones, I think they used white chalk over green, so it was green and white checkerboard end zones. And whenever Oregon State scored, it fired off a cannon down in the corner of the end zone. And just, was going with my family or my folks, or sometimes just my dad, but just sitting in Parker on nice Saturday afternoons when we used to play games on Saturday afternoon was probably my first memories of Parker. A couple of those great moments were a running back. This is probably like 79 or something. A UCLA running back named Theodis Brown, who before the game, they were playing in Parker, before the game said Oregon State didn't even belong on the field with UCLA. And we tackled Theodis Brown for a safety and won the game. There was another game when we were favored to win against Stanford, and a Stanford guy, right at the end of the game, caught the ball outside the end zone, looked up and figured he had no return, so he took a knee. Unfortunately for him, he stepped back into the end zone for a safety, and we won the game on a safety. And we were down in that would be the northwest corner of the stadium for that game. It was just my dad and I. And that play was coming around the corner, and it looked like OJ was going to go, and all of a sudden, hand goes up and OJ comes down. That was the best game for me anyway. Jana had an emergency surgery during the week before the game, and so she was still in the hospital. Fine, she was out of danger.
Like 2 days after the game.
Yeah,
after the surgery.
After the surgery, still in the hospital. The game was 2 days after the surgery, and so I said, "You mind if I go to the game?" And she goes, "Never thought you wouldn't go to the game." So
yeah, I said, if you didn't go, I would have been worried about my condition. So he very carefully set up for me to have a radio so I could listen to the game because it wasn't on TV. And then my folks very kindly showed up right at the start of the game. Back in the days, they used to run a train from Salem down to Eugene. And he had the flu. He was running a fever of like 101 and would not go to the game. So, yeah, he's pretty intense. We don't go to Hudson anymore. I actually started working at Oregon State in 74. 74.
74.
Yeah. And so I got staff tickets, and so I went to probably all the games.
The two you missed were your dad's?
So there were two. One was like my dad's 95th or 6th birthday, and my brother, who doesn't know about sports, scheduled a family golf tournament. So I kind of felt like I had to be there, and then my surgery. Yeah, but other than that, I haven't missed one since probably 74.
I mean, we go to everything, so it's just, I bleed orange, love Oregon State. And I mean, it goes beyond the athletic department. If you look around the university, there are so many people doing so many incredible things. It's just great to be able to be part of supporting Oregon State University, and I guess that's probably how I'd sum up what keeps me going to football games, basketball, baseball, gymnastics, whatever you got.